Hi and welcome to C# lottery number generator. Let me show you guys how this works. You see, when you click on this button that says lottery, there we go, and you can see even the colors are randomly generated as well. Okay, let's try it again, and we can also exit if we want to exit. Okay, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we put one of these very advanced and beautiful tutorial together. So let's do that now, guys. Okay, welcome back to C# tutorial of a lottery generator. Now I'm going to click on this create new project, and there we go. Now that this C# dialog box pops up, what we need to do is make sure C# is selected, and let's select Windows Forms application.net. I'm going to now give my project a name, so let me just call it C# underscore lottery, or let's just say lotto underscore number, lotto number or lottery number. Okay, there we go. Now click on OK. My form is ready. I will now go to the properties of this very form, and let's define the size of the form itself. Let's come in here. I'll make that about 1386 by, let me go for 900. There we go. Now let's come straight to the toolbox. Right inside the toolbox, I'm going to select button. I need two of those, so I've got two there right now. Now I need one label. That will be my title and text box. There, I have a text box here, label right here, one button underneath here, and another one here. Okay, you see this text box, I'm going to change. Just right click on that small rectangle there and select Multiline. Just about that. There we go. Now just going to copy it across. Okay, hold on to your control, click and drag. That's 2, 3, and I need 3 more. There we go, guys. Yeah, move this right up there. Okay, select all of these components. First thing first, let's just extend it that much and take it down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, select it all, and let's make the size, the font size. I'm going to set that at 70. Let's make that 72. There we go, guys. So on this label, I'm going to change the font of that very label, and I mean change the text content of that label to lottery generator, lottery number generator. And here, let's just call that lottery, and let's give the button a name as well. Take it right up there, BTN lottery, and this is going to be my exit button. Let's change that to BTN exit, and the text content on it is going to be exit. Scroll right down, change that to exit. And all of these text box, let's change the alignment to center. There we go. Now I'm going to give each text box a name, so that's going to be TXT Lotto 1, TXT Lotto 1, and so on. So the rest is going to be TXT Lotto 2, that's 3, 4, 5 and 6. There we go. There. So I'm just going to rearrange the whole interface and get back to you guys as soon as I'm done with that. Alright, this is how the interface looks. However, there's nothing happening right now, so I'm going to end that there. Now let's double click on that, and first and foremost, I'm going to declare the following variable right up here. Let's scroll right up, and right underneath the public class here, I will enter as follows. The first variable that I intend to declare, that will be for my random number, so I'm going to call that rand, RND, and make that equals new, which makes it an object, and the object is going to be random. Enter parentheses and a semicolon. Now I'm going to declare another one. I'll call that I store, so I'll be using that to store the number that I will initialize later on. Then finally I will declare another variable. I'll call it dialog result. The dialog result is going to be used for my exit button. There, that is that taken care of. Now the next thing I'll do is, let's come up here and go to the tools here. I need 7 timers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Alright, since I've declared the variable for exits, I might as well just complete the coding for exits. So I'm going to say I exit equals message box. So the whole idea is, when the user click on exit, the system will ask you to confirm if you want to exit or not. So I'm going to say confirm if you want to exit. Yeah, that is taken care of. So comma there, and right in here I'm just going to enter lottery number. Generator. There we go. Now another comma, let's enter message box button dot yes or no. Try that again. Comma, message box button right here dot yes or no. And I'm going to now enter a message box icon, this very one. So let's make that dot question mark, so asking you to confirm if you really want to exit. Enter the semicolon in there, and now let's use an if statement. So let's say if, open a bracket, I exit equals dialog result dot yes, and what we want the system to do is to officially exit the application dot exit. So let's correct the spelling of that dialog result. That should be dialog result dot yes. Close that. Yeah, and get rid of this, and that's it. So that's my exit taken care of. So if I come out here now, let's run it and see. Click on exit. No. Yes, that is fine. So the next thing is, see this timer? I'm going to double click on that timer, and right inside that very timer I'm going to declare a local variable. I'll call that num1, and just enter Okay, now that's the local variable is declared. So let's say num1 equals ran dot next, and that is going to be between 1 and 59. That's the lottery number that we want the system to go through. So there should be a comma here, there. So now let's enter this very one inside one of the text box. So I'm going to say textbox 1 here dot text equals, let's convert it first to a string data dot string, convert to string, and that is meant to be number 1 there. Enter that. So that's the very first one taken care of. Okay, the next one I would like to take care of right away is going to be let's use an if statement just in case. If whatever value inside the txt1 equals lottery1 equals let's say equals 0, we want the system to do something about that, because there's no way we can take a 0. Alright, so let's say just rerun the whole process again. There we go. So that should take care of that. Okay, or we can just declare a variable in there. So I'm going to make that declare a new variable entirely, and that variable assign something in here. So I'm going to call that int 7. There, that should take care of this error. Okay, the next one is supposing any of the text box generate exactly the same number. So let's say txt dot text equals txt dot text. So that means this. Maybe we have 20 here and we have 20 here as well. So that's what that has. So we want to find a way to prevent that from happening. Or textbox 1 equals 2 equals txt number 3 dot text, or textbox 1 equals txt number 4 dot text, let's say, or press enter so that we have enough room. Textbox 1 equals txt 5 dot text, or textbox 1 equals txt this dot text. So in that case, what do we want the system to do? All we just want the system to do is to repeat this again. Copy that, paste that in there. That should prevent any error. So all I'm now going to do is copy all of these lines of codes. Okay, and let's do one more thing. Since I've already declared before I copy that, I'm going to now change the font in there. txt lot1 dot back color equals color dot from, and that's going to be 255 ran dot Next. Okay, and that is going to be 255 as well, comma, another round up next, and so on. Just copy this. So that will be the 3 red, green, and blue, something like that. Yeah. Okay, close that. So I have my codes ready for the very first one, but nothing is still gonna work yet. So let's come in here. I'm going to double click on this very button so that I can enable this. Okay, so double click on that, and right in there I'm going to say timer 1 dot enabled equals true. There we go. There. So which means if I run that now, let's run it and see how it's going to look like. Click. There we go. Look at that. But it's not going to pause. It's not going to stop. So let's exit out of it. What I'm going to do now is I want to copy all of this. So let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and change the numbers. That is it, all done for that. But I will have to initialize iScore, this very one here. So let me initialize that here. Variable iStore. I think maybe I should make that about 20. There. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, you see the form, I want to enable timer number 7. So double click on the form, and right there I'm going to say timer 7 dot enabled equals true. No, equals true. There. Now that we enable timer number 7, let's double click on timer number 7 itself. In there, if iScore equals 0, so for that what we do is, let's say iStore equals iStore minus 1. There. And we then use an if statement to verify or validate when iStore equals 0. If iStore equals 0, iStore equals 0, this is what I want the system to do for me. I want it to disable everything. So timer equals false. Copy all of that, come right in here, paste that in there, and change all of this to false. Right, so speed that up. Alright, all of that taken care of. Now let's go back to timer number 1. You see, timer number 1 was the very first one I took care of. So I'm going to copy everything in there. I'll copy all of these. Now that that is copied, double click on timer number 2 and paste that in there, and change this variable to 2, the text box to 2. Let's change all of them to 2 individually, and this is 2 as well, this is 2, and this will become 2. Yeah, that's correct. This becomes 2, 2, and 2. There. Let's make sure they are all 2. Even the color has to be 2 as well. This should be 2. I will leave this as it is, and this will be 2. There we go. So if I run this now, click, and there we go, guys. Look at that. You see the timer works after about 20 seconds there. So what I would now do is just to speed it all up, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, all done. That's for timer number 5. It's exactly the same lines of code. All I just change is the numbers, the values on the name of each component. That's all I've changed. Number 6, the same thing. There we go. But for number 6, I would like to enter some more lines of code in there for the color changing. So if I run it now, for now, this is what you guys will see. Look at that. There we go. After about 20 seconds, there we go. That's fine. I like that. But I want the system to also generate random numbers, a random color changing for me as well. So let's close that. So I need the names of this and this. So come right down to number 6. Let number 6 do all the hard work. So I'm going to come right down here, come to timer number 6. I'll just copy all of these, copy that, and the first one is going to be label 1 dot font color, 4 color. Let's say dot 4 color for that. Dot 4 color. Yeah, that's fine. That's taken care of. Now btn, that'll be the back color. btn lotto, that back color as well. And I need a font as well. I need to change the font. I think I should change the font as well. So let's say btn lotto again dot 4 color. Yeah, so just copy and paste this and copy all of that. The next one is going to be for exit. There's btn as well. btn exit dot 4 color. Yeah, exit dot 4 color right there. Yeah, that is it, all done. But I still need to do one more. If I click on this, that's what you guys get. That's fine. Now let's take care of the background color as well. So I'm going to copy all of that. Copy. In the case of background, I'm just going to say this dot background. That's it. That's this very one. So look at the lines of code, guys. So if I run it now, this is what you guys will see. Oh, let me correct this spelling first. That's how it looks like, but let's end it there and just correct the spelling. So come right down here. Let's add more room to that. Okay, that's fine. Alright guys, let's run it one more time. And that is it, guys. That's how you create your own lottery number generator using C# and a color random generator in C#. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. Please do subscribe and join my channel to be a member. Thank you and bye for now.